If you've chosen our enhanced loyalty system, you will have two further options, the first of which is on first use. The on first use loyalty scheme allows you to set a period of time that the scheme will be applicable for, and it will only kick in for each client when they first use the scheme. So in the first instance, select on first use. Having selected the correct scheme, then choose a name for your scheme. This can be anything that you want it to be, related to the reward perhaps, or just a name in general. Once you've created the name, you then need to choose the duration that your scheme will last. This could be a year, 18 months, whatever you choose. And then finally, you choose a reminder date, and this will send the client a reminder before the scheme ends to remind them to help finish their scheme. You need to choose a QR code that you're going to use with the scheme, and then having done that, you can then go to the scheme that you've created down below, and you can start adding your stamps and offers. In this scheme, we're going to add a few stamps first of all, followed by a final offer which the clients will get when they reach the end of the scheme. This scheme will last 360 days, and they'll receive a notification 30 days prior to the scheme ending to remind them that the scheme does end soon. The next scheme we're going to show you is the enhanced scheme by date range. And this allows you to choose a scheme with a start and end date. Great for summer offers, Christmas offers, or seasonal activity. So in the same way that we work the other one, we choose the by date range, give the loyalty scheme a name, and select the correct QR code for it, whichever you like, and then choose a start date and an end date for the scheme. This can be as short or as long as you want, and then set a reminder to remind the clients before it ends. Having set this up, we now need to add the stamps to the scheme. So we do this in the same way that we've done before. We choose whether we want to make offers or stamps first of all. So in this case we're going to do a couple of stamps and one offer. And the offer being what the client will receive when they achieve all three stamps. So having created the scheme, we can go back to our main system, and you'll notice on the right hand side of each scheme there's a print button. This allows you to print the QR code for that scheme from your printer, or indeed you can use the little cards that we've sent you in the post, which tend to be a little bit easier. So let's look at the app in function from a customer perspective. So to start with, the customer will go to the promotions area and have a look at the schemes that they want to, or that are available to them. They choose the scheme that's available to them, and once they've chosen the scheme, the scan of the stamp needs to happen. And this can be done just by the phone being passed to reception, or you can hold up the card for them and they can stamp it. So having scanned the stamp, either through the QR code or by the printed QR code, a little tick will appear in the box of the system. This can be repeated each time the client comes in until the scheme ends, at which point they're prompted to reset it, which will take them back to the beginning of the scheme. We're just going to look now to see what happens when we scan the wrong code. If you use the wrong QR code, you can see at the bottom of the screen it says that it's not matching. So you need to make sure that you're using the right code for each scheme. And then again, within this scheme we've got the 7 stamps, and you can see the rewards happen along the way. So by scanning each stamp, you'll find that a tick goes into each box. If you want to give them more than one on one particular visit, you can scan the scanner twice, and that'll just put 2 ticks in the box for you. And then you can see as you go through and scan each of the rewards, when they get to the rewards, the little star is completed, telling you that they've reached that milestone. And then going through the scheme, you can continue to scan on each appointment that they turn up, and then eventually they'll reach the final reward, in this case after 7 appointments, and then it'll tell them they've reached the reward to show the receptionist, and then they can reset it. So that's the loyalty scheme. Any questions, please do give us a call. Thanks a lot.